This is what happens when Valorant tries Aimlabs for 30 days. Trust me, the results will shock you. So yeah, I'm a noob. I've been hardstuck bronze for almost a year now, and I really want to improve. So I will be trying Aimlabs for 30 days straight to see if it really works, and if I can get a higher rank. But first, I need to know what my level is on day 1. Let's get into it. Before I began, I needed to change my settings so it matched on Valorant. Then I was searching for exercises I could do, and I found this training program. Link in the description if you want to try it out. And for my first exercise I tried grid shot. It wasn't going great, but also not going very bad. I was hitting some orbs and in a decent speed, so I think it was okay. In the end we got a score of 45,151. Then I moved on to an exercise called decision shot. The goal is you get an orb in the middle, and that color you have to shoot next. So here blue, 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 red, red, and so on. I wasn't doing great, especially in the beginning. I really had to get used to it, but when I got it, it was okay. On this one we got a score of 33,136. Next up was my favorite exercise. It's called micro shot, and the orbs are really close together, so you can go really fast. I really love it. On micro shot we got a score of 38,203. Next up was a really hard exercise. It's called motion shot, and the targets move, so it's really hard for me to hit them. But surprisingly enough, it still got a decent score. We got a score of 49,164, but my accuracy was pretty low though. Then we moved on to another pretty hard one, because the targets are really small. But besides that, it's not a really complicated exercise. We managed to get a score of 38,346. It's not great, but not so bad either. Although my accuracy is not very high, and I really want to improve that. Then I did a tracking exercise. It was okay, I think it was doable, but I wasn't very great at it. I was getting very big anxiety from it. I didn't like it. We got a score of 43,852.
43.
Then we moved on to switch track. Switch track was not for me. I didn't like it at all. I also didn't get a really high score. It was a score of 34,922. And I got an average time on of 135, but that's not really that important. Then for the last exercise, it was 6 shot. I like it, but it's like a sort of grid shot, but then with much smaller targets, so you need to be very accurate. And I did get pretty accurate actually. I got an accuracy of 85.5 and a score of 42,036. So at the end of day 1, these are my scores. There's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is my scores are really bad. But the good news is there's much room for improvement. Even though my scores weren't very great, I did do pretty well on Valorant for my doing. I was hitting much more headshots than I normally do. I think that's because I warmed up, but still that's some great improvement.
Oh, you're the
today.
best.
But of course, I also got some pretty big whiffs.
Don't peek. Nice.
In the end, we played 3 games, I won 3 games, and we gained a total of 75 RR. Very great for day 1. On day 2, I already was doing better than on day 1. I got a new high score on decision shots. I went from a score from 3,000 to 4,000, so a pretty big improvement. But on grid shot, I wasn't doing great. I got a lower score than I did before. I went down almost 1,000 points. Pretty surprising to me. On micro shot, I was doing decent, but not like amazing. I got an improvement though. I got an improvement of 2,000 points. We'll take it, but accuracy was lower. And then lower accuracy but a bigger score also was the case on motion shot. I got an improvement in score, but a decrease in accuracy. But on spider shot I did get a really big improvement. I got an improvement of 10,000 points, so really nice to see, and if my accuracy was higher. That improvement wasn't the same for straight attack though. I decreased in score and in accuracy. But my biggest improvement was in this exercise. I increased with almost 15,000 points. For our last exercise 6 shot, I decreased, so not very nice, but on average I was doing pretty well, pretty big improvements. And the improvements I made on Aimlabs you can also see back in my Valorant, because I was doing really well on day 2. I wasn't only hitting more headshots, but I also got a double rank up. I went all the way from bronze 3 to silver 2, and that only in 2 days, crazy. Day 3 was full of high scores. I got a new high score on decision shot, and a big new high score on grid shot. And I got an even bigger improvement on motion shot. And a new high score on strafe track. And the last one 6 shot I also got a new high score. So amazing day. But how well it went on Aimlabs is how bad it went on Valorant. It went so bad today, I had whiff after whiff. Let me just play the clip.
Oh! Oh my god.
But after all, we didn't increase or decrease today. Because I don't want to bore you guys by showing every single day of 30 days, I will skip to day 15 and then to day 30 and then I will show you the results. So let's skip to day 15.
Starting off with the decision shot, I really improved on this one. I even got a high score on this day, and now at 60,000, so there's a major improvement from the start. Then of course one of my other favorites, grid shot. I also was picking up the pace a lot more than I was at the start. Also on this day I got a high score, now at 58,000, so also a big improvement. And my real favorite, micro shot, I love this one, you can go so fast. Also here it was going pretty fast because I got 57,000. Also my accuracy was pretty good. Moving on to motion shot, in comparison to day 1, I really improved, but on this particular day I didn't really improve, but my accuracy was pretty high, so I'm pretty happy. And spider shot, not one of my favorites, but I also didn't really improve, because I'm now at 52,000 and at the start it was not much lower. And I exercised whether I actually got a new high score. It was strafe track, and I got a high score of 73,000. And the last exercise of the day, it was switch track, not one of my favorites, and I also didn't improve much on this one, but I did improve.
I'm going down. No.
And the real important stuff, of course, how did it go on Valorant? Surprisingly, it went really well. For the first time in my life, I was actually hitting heads on Valorant. I know, crazy, right? So here's some clips.
Stay in sight.
One enemy remaining.
Ultimate is ready.
One enemy remaining. Spike planted.
Bro, nice. Good job.
Blinded.
One enemy remaining. Long.
So at day 15 we were already at gold 1. I was barely losing anything, and I was playing the best I ever played. And I even got a double rank up, that's the reason I climbed so fast. Remember, I was bronze at the start. Let's go to the day 30 to see what my final rank is. I did feel a bit sick this day on day 30, but I still got a few pretty high scores. Not high scores, but higher than day 15. So I did improve on decision shot in comparison to day 15, but not in comparison to day 29. Next up, micro shot, same thing, not improved on the comparison to day 29, but I did in comparison to day 15. And this is for all the other exercises, the same thing. So I didn't improve in comparison to like my higher score, but in comparison to day 15, especially day 1, I really improved. So I will skip this a little bit, but I will show you the comparison to day 1 and day 30. But this doesn't change the fact that I was playing the best I ever had on Valorant. I was feeling so crisp, so I hear some clips to prove it.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Retros here.
Wow. I knew it!
88.
Go.
One enemy remaining.
3 killed.
Oh my god, she was blind.
That's good.
Yeah, nice.
Hey!
So at the end of the 30 days, my rank was gold 2. I was really happy with that, because only 30 days of Aimlabs got me all the way from bronze 1 to gold 2. And I also played really well. I really improved and I'm really happy with the results. I really recommend to try it as well. These were my scores in day 1 compared to day 30. So everywhere, all round, really major improvements. And this was my Valorant tracker at the end of the 30 days. Thanks for watching, subscribe please, it took a long time to make.